Hi, ladies and gentlemen. For math today, we're doing problem solving. You're going to need a pencil, some crayons, and page 147, 148. Now, today I decided to hold the video this way because it would just be easier if it was up close, the camera, so you can really see. This page is not hard, but you do need to pay attention and listen to the instructions carefully, okay? So, it says you can count on a map. By the deck, there's like a little graph, and it says A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and F to G. And we want to put in information. That's what a graph is. It gives you information. So we're going to look at this map, and we're going to help the girl go from the top of the park all the way down to the bottom of the park where she wants to sit on the bench. Now we want to count how many steps it will take her to get from point A to point B. Now they already filled out 5, but let's go to the map or I should say the path, and let's see how they came up with the number 5. So you're starting at point A, and you're going to stop at point B. Do you see where this line is pointing? So you're not counting the squares yet. You're going from point A, which is this line, to point B, which is this line. Okay? Or this square, but you want to count that square. So from point A to point B. So we're going to take red and fill in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'm going to use, I copied this. This is actually the original page, and I copied this because I want to be able to mark on this page. So, see how we're starting at point A, and we're stopping at point B, okay? And we're going to fill in, or we're going to color in the boxes or the squares, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many steps did it take the girl to go from point A to point B? Now let's count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we'll come back up to this little graph here, and from point A to point B, it took her 5 steps. Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. Now they want us to go from point B to point C. So you're going to come back. You're going to start at point B, which is right here. Okay, that line. And you're going to go all the way to point C. Now be careful, because even though we are counting squares or steps, this is point C. So we're going to stop where the arrow is pointing. In fact, if you want to take like a red marker or a highlighter, or even your next crayon, take another color, a different colored crayon, and you can even mark it, because now you're going to stop at point C. And let's color in those squares. Use a different color crayon so you don't get confused. Okay, the first few we used red. Now from point B to C, we're going to use blue. So here we go. 1, 2, and you don't have to color in every little white space. 3, because we're not coloring a picture. 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's count that again. So we're going from point B, which is this line, to point C, which is this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We colored in 6 boxes, or it took the girl 6 steps to go from point B to point C. So then we're going to come back up here, and on this little graph, under B to C, we're going to write, how many was it again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to write the number 6. A hoop and a loop does the trick. That's the way to make a 6. And again, we're problem solving. You can count on a map. We're using a map. Or in this case, she's taking like a little path. All right, now I want you to take another crayon another color, a different color, because we're going to go from point C, which is this line. Now they want us to find out how many steps did it take to go from point C to point D. And we're going to go to point D. Now be careful. Point D is right here. So mark that line because that's where you're going to stop. So this from point C to D should be very easy. So 1, 2, 3. And again, notice I'm using a different color so you can easily distinguish or count the steps. If you used the same color, it might be difficult to count, okay? All right, so let's count from C to D. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That was easy peasy, right? So come back up here and C to D. Whoop, there's that sight word, right? 2. It was 3. So around the tree, that's the way to make a 3. Now they want us to find out how many steps does it take to go from D to E. So again, take another color. Take another color. If you have to pause the video, if you didn't realize you needed so many different colors, pause it. It's okay. So we're going to go from D all the way to E. And I would mark it so you know where to stop. Okay, we are counting squares, but this is point E. So like right on that line, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's count and make sure. Point D to E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It took 8 steps to go from point D to point E. So now come up to the little graph, and we're going to write the number 8. Make an S, but do not wait. Go back up to make an 8. Looks like I need a little work on my 8s. All right, now they want us to find out E to F. Okay, so again, pick another color. We're going to go from E. Find F. Let's draw that line so we know where to stop. Okay, now let's fill in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count and double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So go up to the little graph and E to F. It took us 7 steps. Cross the sky, slant the line, makes a 7 every time, okay? Now they want us to go from F to G. Now, I'm going to go back to red, because red was way at the beginning, so I know we will not get confused. Here's F, and look at G is all the way down here, okay? So that's a lot. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's count that again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So come on up. How many steps did it take the girl to go from point F to point G? 10. Good. A 1 and a 0. Remember, the number 10 is a 2-digit number. It takes up 2 spaces. 1 group of 10, 0 ones. Okay? All right, good. Now, flip to the back side. And I want you to do the back on your own. You're going to do the same thing. Okay? Just be careful. You're going to count the boxes from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to F. I would use, just like we did on the front, use different color crayons so you don't get confused and you can easily distinguish from one point to the next. Okay? And just like we did before, I would make a line from A to B. Make a line so you know where to stop and you remind yourself. I know in the past sometimes the students and I have been counting and we kind of missed the point and we actually went past the point, and then we had to self-correct ourselves. So it's much easier if you draw that line. Where are you stopping? And then count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come down, trace the 6. And then take a different color. Take a different color, like say green. And mark that C point, that line, so you know where to stop. And then color in the boxes from B to C, a different color. And come down and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come down and write the number 6 on the little graph, okay? You can do it. If you need to pause and watch the video again, just as like a little review or a little refresher, it's okay. But you can do it. You're smart. Say, I'm smart. Kiss that brain. Good job, guys. I'll see you soon.